Nootropics are cognitive enhancers. Cognitive enhancers are any compounds that increase any aspect of cognition, whether that's creativity, stamina, mental resilience.
In 2014, they founded an online startup that sells nootropics. Even though these drugs can be sold legally, they're not approved by the FDA as actual mental enhancers. The promise of a better brain is all over the internet. Searches for the term nootropics have increased over 800% in the past 5 years. On Reddit, a growing collective of brain hackers are serving as both scientist and lab rat. They're sharing thousands of online conversations about their experiments with smart drugs. And this DIY drug study offers dealers like Jeffrey and Michael the ultimate in insider information.
I think it's a natural human instinct to always want to strive to push their own limits. In Silicon Valley, right, the edge now is mental performance as opposed to sort of physical performance. And if you use Silicon Valley as sort of the mental analog for professional athletics, right, these are sort of professional mental athletes.
With mantras like thrive or get out, smarter, faster, better, and work-life balance is for losers, how can you compete in Silicon Valley? Michael Brandt and Jeffrey Wu, two Stanford grads, are marketing and selling a solution.
Nootropics are cognitive enhancers. Cognitive enhancers are any compounds that increase any aspect of cognition, whether that's creativity, stamina, mental resilience.
In 2014, they founded an online startup that sells nootropics.
Nootropics sometimes get compared to drug use in sports. I think that drug use in sports is cheating because it's breaking the rules of a man-made system that says you can't do drugs. I think when it comes to being smarter, there are no rules.
But the internet supply chain of smart drugs stretches far beyond Silicon Valley. In the swamps of Alabama, Chris Mercer runs his new online business from his kitchen.
I'm trying to jump into the business. I don't have a lot of advertising budget. I have product and I'm willing to give it to you cheaper. That's the beauty of capitalism, you know?
This phenylpyrrolate, this is actually used by the Russian astronauts on the space station.
Pretty much it starts with researching the compounds.
Adrenafil, modafinil,
flomadiphanyl.
This one here is Siniferam. It's one of the newer nootropics, a little more controversial.
Just putting the word smart drug in and seeing what comes up, and there's hundreds of them at this point.
Increases wakefulness, concentration, focus, thought process.
Unifram.
Adrenafil, which is a very popular drug on Wall Street. It's also used with pilots to keep them awake.
I buy it, and then I resell it on the internet.
Chris and other distributors can get away with selling these drugs as pure chemical substances for research purposes only, including NSI 189.
This is the last that I have of it, as I'm waiting on another batch. It actually regrows the neurons in your hippocampus. So it literally grows your brain and makes it bigger. So if everything works out with it, you're looking at your first cure for any brain disorder.
Chris claims NSI 189 is a brain cure-all. Credible scientists do not. Not yet, anyway. The drug is undergoing clinical trials.